King Kong ain't shit. Oh.
Yeah. Push the wrong buttons and everything, yo. Happy. I'm in a good mood right now. A lot of the reaction channels are finally starting to properly adjust to Drake. We are no longer around here looked upon as haters. Now everybody temperature match the temperature we've been on the entire time. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Hold on, I gotta turn my fat man fan on. Yeah, I know I got fat people problems, bro. Yeah, all this. I was getting us prepared for this. Why I was trying to mill around and find some other different topics to talk about, because I knew we was about to get. Every reaction channel you look and find is about to have an influx of Drake content. He's touching everything. Pause. Not in the right way. Pause again, bro. Like, he is making a mess of things in a way to where the best analogy I got right now, I look at Drake how I look at Trump. When I was telling people, whenever that, oh, we finally got the opportunity to get Trump out of office, I was saying, hey, sometimes things got to get the worst that they can be before change to take place. We had the Black Power movement and Black Lives Matter and all that. Look, when Trump was removed, everybody eased up. Ain't no ease up on this one, because Drake never vanished. He never disappeared. When Trump disappeared, he was out of the limelight a little bit for a minute. So nobody was really thinking about it. We safe. Trump's gone. This time, this version of Trump, known as Drake, didn't go away, didn't disappear, didn't vanish. He stuck around and kept meddling, kept poking and prodding different people. And because of that, now everybody has the proper temperature. I'm glad Drake stayed out. Because now everybody's temperature is proper. Everybody's temperature is where it need to be. It should have been F Drake a long time ago. And now we can freely say it. F Drake. Well, I can't say it all. I got a couple more minutes before I really get to talking my talk. I want to make sure you two ain't tripping. But I got us a reaction. And I chose this particular video to react to because I feel like he was the very first one to really just be on some, because he gave it what they say, scouts try. He gave it a shot. Long story short, I ain't got no cute colloquialisms right now. He gave it the college try or something like. Yeah, I think is it the college try? He gave it the college try. Whatever. He gave it a shot, and that shot didn't last too long before he realized. How much time I got? Oh, I got 15 seconds before he realized bump this dude. So we're gonna react to some BigZoeTV. His temperament's proper. He was the first one to switch up and really say, you know what? Let's do the cornball. Yeah. So we're gonna give credit where credit is due. React to some BigZoe and talk our talk. Where's my pen? Hold on. Cause I ain't roll up too much today. I gotta roll up for the next video though. So while I throw the ears on, right, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, so that way we keep the YouTube police outside and not in here worry about what we smoking and drinking on, what's in our cup, you know what I'm saying? What's that? They smelling the air. What's the smell in here? None of your business. So let's keep the YouTube police outside, going throwing them likes and subscriptions and all that other good stuff. Oh, there's little buttons on my headphones. I didn't even know that. Okay, I'm wondering what they do. Whatever. Let me get this screen. Get the screen proper for the folks. Yeah, we got BigZoeTV. He been doing the thing for a while. And he probably one of the first like hip hop channels to really jump into my feed or whatever. So let's get to it. If you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pull it up. Let's get to this business. As soon as I find my lighter. Okay, there it is. Let's go.
Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods X Y Big Z. We back in the building, man. Y'all already know what the deal is, man. It's your boy Goods. We in here, man. Again! Let's talk about Drake, Pusha T, UMG, Def Jam, Kendrick, all this stuff in here, man. We are at a time where things can really change for hip hop. And I don't know if a lot of people are taking it serious or not. I don't know.
Real quick pause. I want to elaborate. I want to just add to what he's saying real quick. This is not, no matter what channel, my channel, his channel, anybody's channel, that says this is badly affected hip hop. We got to stop right there. This is bigger than hip hop. This man is attacking freedom of speech. Like, if this man win, this can and I think will shake up YouTube. The reaction channels, anything you say on a reaction channel, find some cease and desist papers in your emails or coming to your house or anything. Like if Drake win, we all open game. We all open game. Let's go.
If anybody's really like looking at this like this is something dangerous, but to me it is, because we look at everything that's happened with Drake and we look at where we're at. I don't think anybody had it on their bingo card that we was gonna have a lawsuit off of this track. Like, come on, y'all. How many of y'all would have guessed that the end result after Not Like Us, after everything, was gonna be a lawsuit? I'll wait, y'all. Y'all let me know. How many of y'all thought that was gonna happen? If you say you did, you lied. We have been.
Some people thought he was gonna be a Karen. It wasn't a lot. We're not gonna act like 100%, but it was a small handful. But even those who thought he could take it this way thought this would be done already. We thought this would be done already. We thought the legal system would see this is music. We're not jumping into the back and forths of musicians and this, that, and the third. We thought this would be done already. It's not. That right there is a problem. That right there tells us it's a problem, because those of us who actually thought, okay, he about to be a Karen, be weird, it's gonna go to court, they're gonna laugh in his face, throw it out the end. Well, they ain't laughing in his face yet, and it ain't thrown out yet. The summer here. The summer's here. Is this gonna carry through the summer? If it does, what kind of music we about to get? We see what's happening with the clips. What kind of summer we gonna get? Let's go.
Following the entire beef from the very start. Y'all remember, a lot of y'all found me off of this beef, right? And we have been, riding ever since, man. We've been talking about everything that's been going on. Nobody knew that we were going to get here. And we all know that Drake got destroyed by Kendrick Lamar, but he also got destroyed by somebody else before that, and that was Pusha T. Now, with the whole Pusha T thing, if you don't remember, most of the reason why it stopped is because I'm pretty sure that there was a lot of talk behind closed doors. There were a lot of people trying to save Drake at that moment. I don't think Drake was as exposed as he is now with Kendrick, but back then, before that, there were a lot of people trying to save him. You feel me? And now that we're here and there's a whole lawsuit involved, we got this going on with Pusha T. Now, we know Pusha T and No Malice have their album coming out, which is great. The album's coming out. I'm super excited for the album. Love the clips. Love the music. Always been a fan, man. One of my favorite tracks, one of my favorite verses from No Malice, I was talking about this the other day, is I'm Not You.
Rappers is talking to me as if we in the same boat. I tell them quick, no, I move cold.
Insane on that verse, like talking. My guy was talking. Shout out to No Malice on that verse. There was a Kendrick verse that was supposed to be on that. Well, it is on the album, but it was supposed to be on that album when they were with Def Jam. And Def Jam basically blocked that feature. And they offered a compromise to Pusha T, which was either take the feature off or have Kendrick revise, aka censor his lyrics. Now, if we think about hip hop, there's no way that anybody should be okay with that. Nobody should be okay with that shit. Nobody, even if it doesn't affect you directly, nobody should be okay with the label telling you to censor your lyrics. And not because you're saying something that's super offensive to people or something that's gonna marginalize a group or hurt a group or anything that's like considered like racially discriminatory, whatever. None of that shit. Because you were going to hurt Aubrey. This was all done in protection.
Oh, before you leave, can you turn that document into a PDF for me? Thanks.
At 5
of Aubrey, bruh. Which is the craziest part out of this whole thing. Shout out to Elite Shadow with the bits on Twitch. He said, Drake and his diseased fan base wake up every day and look for ways to reach new levels of hoassetry.
Hoassetry is crazy.
Yeah, I agree. So
Hoassetry is crazy. Hoassetry is crazy. But censorship, man, that's the tricky part, the censorship part. If we get to censor everybody in music, it's going to affect the music we get drastically. Because don't think this is just going to stick to just hip hop. This is going to touch other genres too. Obviously, I think, say what you will, I think this is going to affect the genres of black and brown versus white more often than not. You can feel how you feel about it. I stand by my statement. What was this desire and crave for censorship when Ozzy Osbourne was out here biting the heads off of bats? Man, Marilyn Manson was out here doing all the sinister and sick crap he was doing. It was doing whatever that thing is in music videos and in music just in general. Think about not being able to get an album the way the artist intended it to be. With the Chronic wouldn't be nearly as good if it had to go through extreme censorship. Like, it's the Chronic. It's the Chronic. Think about all your historically great hip hop albums when they was really talking that talk, and they had to take a lot of the bars and lines you liked in the song or in the albums out. Would you still like the album? Would you still have went to the store? For those of us who are old enough to remember spending for a new album, if you caught it the weekend, we'll say anywhere between $10.99 plus tax all the way up to $18.99 plus tax. Would you have still spent that money? Probably not, because they took all the good bits out. And that's, I feel like that's what they end up doing, like taking all of the good bits out of songs. They about to completely eliminate. I'm telling you, they about to completely y'all youngins who found a lane and called it drill music. Whether I like it or not, don't matter. Y'all found a lane to express yourself, and they get ready to take your lane. If Drake wins and the lawsuits start flowing in, they about to take your lane. And then what you gonna do? This shit crazy.
You know, this is like one of those dangerous places that we're in right now. And let me bring this up real quick, and we're going to talk about this. So UMG, aside from them, telling them that they had to censor the music and either censor the music or take Kendrick off. This is something that I saw on here that NFR podcast posted, right? Where it said, UMG threatened to scrap Pop Smoke's album over a Pusha T bar aimed at Drake. Now, this is beyond. This is before this, right? And it goes on to say, UMG thought he was dissing Drake on that song. He wasn't. We're not going to put this out now unless you get Pusha to change these lyrics. Now, y'all tell me how that comes off to y'all. That is an insane thing to have up there. Imagine writing a verse and a label telling you whatever you said bad about this artist, take that shit off. Y'all see where we're getting here? Y'all see how dangerous this can get? Because once it sets that precedent, right, that's where we're at. So once you have these labels telling artists what they can and cannot say, it becomes a big issue. And all of this comes from this lawsuit. This lawsuit is where it starts. Now, let's say in the world, Drake he gets the victory and he's able to just, file this lawsuit and win. How do you think labels are going to continue moving forward? Everything you say, everything you want to say about anybody in any type of song is going to have to go through the chains and get approved. Imagine having to get your song approved by the label. Imagine them going through your lyrics and saying, take this out, take that out. What does music become at that point? You feel?
If that happens, like, the only way we gonna be able to get, like, I think battle rap is gonna be fine. Clarify. Face to face, one venue, battle rap, because that's at a location. Now, if you want to see that, if you want to hear that, you gotta be there. It ain't gonna be no more. It's on the net. It's gonna be right there. Either you going to the battle to go check it out wherever it's at in whatever city, or nah. Now, back and forth tracks. The only way we were gonna get it is in the way that I don't like. It's gonna be that prearranged diss tracks. It's gonna end up having to be that, to where two people that's doing tracks against each other both gonna sign additional paperwork absolving one another from potential legal action in the future. We're introducing new paperwork to hip hop. Cats are going to have to sign this type of paperwork and agree ahead of time. Hey, this is the parameters. You agree not to sue. I agree not to sue. This is going to have to be paperwork filed with record labels. Hey, these two cats going at each other. They agree to not sue. Like, and that takes the luster off of it. I don't like that pre-playing cake mix diss track. Man, I don't like that. Ain't nothing better than when you throw a song on out the blue, a diss. What? They beefing? That's where the adrenaline come from. If you know it's coming, like, oh, it for one, if you know it's coming, it feels drastically less fucking genuine. Hey, man, 4th of July weekend coming up. I know you could use some sales. I need some. We go around that time for that weekend. We gonna just go back and forth. This is whack. This whole situation whack. And this is why I keep posing the question. We can't duck that question because we have to ask the question now. Was the battle back and forth last year, Drake versus Kendrick, was it worth it? I'm going to keep asking that question. Because look at it now. What if he win? Then what? What if you can't go to the store or log on to YouTube or Spotify and find the explicit version of certain albums? It's all censored and cut up, and it's... Drake is literally giving the biggest fuck you to hip hop right now. And that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is he still has fans. He still has fans. Crazy. Crazy.
Feel me? It's crazy. Will you give the homie Locke a shout out? He's 9 and can't comprehend. I know people on YouTube. Yo, shout out to Lachlan, man. One time for Lachlan, man. What up? Giving you a big shout out from BigZoeTV, man. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Isaac does know people from YouTube, man. He knows us very well. Let's go. One time for y'all. One time for y'all. Actually, one time for Isaac, man. One time for Isaac, man. Let's go, man. One time for Lachlan, man. Let's go. All right, we in here. We in here. Ungzy with the super chat. Shout out to my dog Ungzy, man. One time. He said, is Aubrey wearing eyeliner in that photo? Yes. No matter what the photo says, yes. Yeah. Raven says censorship. Yes, censorship is what you get out of this. Like, let's look at this again. I need y'all to really see what it's saying here. UMG threatened to scrap Pop Smoke's album over a Pusha T bar aimed at Drake. Now, remember, this is the same Drake that's crying and saying that this label was trying to take him down. This is the same guy crying, saying this label was trying to take him down. And this is why he has a lawsuit right now.
Oh my God.
It's in.
Every time I see that Tyrese crying thing, oh my God. That was the worst moment for my boy. But censorship. If you're a Drake fan, do me this solid, bro. Put in the comments why you're a Drake fan. Justify it. Like, can you legitimately right now, today, in 2025, justify still being a fan of this man? When his character is trash, he act like a punk, and his moral compass is clearly broken. He's been exposed as being a leech on hip hop. And to put the cherry on top, which is actually supposed to be the most important part of it all, his music ain't that good no more. I always found homie to be kind of like a weirdo, but I always had to give him credit. He had some music out there the cats was rocking with, man. So what I'm supposed to do? Lie? I heard it everywhere for a lot of years. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. It is what it is. But even that done fell off. Sexy songs for you. Come on, sexy songs for you. If that ain't the moistest, proceed.
Insane. Snowder Man said, anytime you subliminally target another artist, you could face legal action. This would trickle down to painters, sculptors, podcasters, content creators, etc. Horrible precedent to set. I agree. And that's a good point, because this can trickle down in a lot of ways. So I think it's just a horrible place to be right now. And all the people that are sitting out here and defending this shit are insane. Everybody who is sitting down defending this and thinking that this is for the small artists, let's not get this twisted, bro. This ain't about nobody else but Aubrey. Like, let's keep it real. All the people thinking that he's doing this for some greater good and for all the small artists out there, he's not doing this for you. This will be worse for the small artists. If you think the big artist is going to sit there and get censored, what do you think they're going to do to the small artist?
And think about that. The differentiation between big artists and small artists. Oh, wow. Like, if you're a small artist, you try to make a hit, and they gotta make it through all this next level scrutiny, man. Jesus. Godspeed. Godspeed, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, because it's going to get to a point that anything deemed offensive is over with. It's over with. Once you set this precedent and the goalpost continues to move like it always does, once you set that initial precedent, it never stays there. There's always adjustments made to it. And it never gets better. So the ladies out here that like to make that ratchet music, and if that's your lane, that's your lane. Do what make you bread. I don't care. I've learned to pay attention to what's for me and leave the rest alone. It's gonna be a little harder to get your booty shaking music passed through the rigmarole of what the label's gonna have you go through. I mean, this could potentially. What I'm trying to think, what show I was watching. They were talking about hip hop artists that try to put out positive messages. It's more specifically, positive black music for black people. That's gonna catch some scrutiny too, because it's easy to take something and be like, you know what? Think about how they took Black Lives Matter and spent it to where they were saying, hey, so you saying white lives don't matter. Everything can be spent. Everything can be spent. Don't limit the damage that this can and will and looks like already has done. Because your favorite artist right now could be sitting on an album almost ready to put out to the world. And if this thing goes sideways like it's looking, all of a sudden they say, you know what, that album you about to put out, we got to recheck that. Yeah, we need to recheck that. It's new. It's new standards of what we willing to allow on an album. Song 13, verse 4, or verse 3, line 1. Come on, man. You think music was slow? It's about to get slower. Anytime you add more checks and balances into any equation, it makes things slower. Think about, we talk about music from the clips that we respected a year ago. Done, ready for the public a year ago.
If they threaten to shelve your project, do you think that you're going to get a big ass buyout like Pusha T to go somewhere else? No. It's going to be you either take that shit out or you could take your shit back to the block, nigga. Let's be.
Hold on, correct that though, because he said buyout. Pusha T didn't get no buyout. Okay, no, wait, never mind. I see what he's saying. He paid to get out, so I get it, buyout. Okay.
Be honest here. Like, let's be real here.
So if you're a smaller artist, we're not even giving you the option to throw us some bread and we'll let you go on and figure out another way of making that happen. You a smaller artist? No, I signed you for a reason. Sit down and shut up. I'm not trying to hear your complaining. What you gonna do? You signed a contract. I told you that I'm not taking that. You still owe me X number of projects. So you here until I get my X number of projects. They can play it that way now if this goes the wrong way. If this the red button, I gotta admit it, man. as a Drake hater, Drake Red Button might have been better than we thought. Drake Red Button might have been way better than we thought. I got another reaction I'm going to do. Same topic, but from a different viewpoint, because I don't want to muddle them together. And I don't want to make the videos too long. But look, I'm telling y'all straight up, y'all, and I'm including me, we better be ready to bitch and complain for our music. Because it might come a point where we going to have to scream, holler, complain, email, write letters, whatever the case may be, to get the music we want. And I'm pretty sure all of us ain't prepared to do that. Me, I ain't got shit to lose. What you gonna do? What they gonna do to me? But especially the type of music I like what I would classify as, once upon a time was classified as gangster rap. I mean, it's all lumped together now, but I'm a gangster rap lover. I love it. What I do in my everyday life is kind of tied to street-like behavior. I mean, I'm an everyday person. I get up and go to work. I do what I got to do. I got a family, got a home, but I am what I am. I am a product of where I was raised. So yes, it does bother me that this is happening, because I was raised on this music. So y'all gonna have to decide. We all gonna have to decide, how much are we about that? Like, how much are you really, really willing to lose your shit and go the fuck off about Drake messing with our music, bro? Like, think about the songs that got you through whatever. Think about if there was no Dear Mama. There's so many songs out there. I'm sure everybody got that one song that meant the world to them. It got them through something. It helped them deal with something. Crossroads, Bone Thugs and Harmony. How many funerals, if you from the hood, how many funerals you done went to and that was playing and it meant something? We got an uphill battle, people. I'm here for it. So if we get to a point where you tune in and every day I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm hollering, I'm ranting, I'm raving, it's because I really care about hip hop. Because I understand the power of music. It gets marginalized and overlooked, but the power of music is something. It's something. And we all gonna have to make that same decision. I already made mine. I'm Oops the Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all pulling up to have a quick little smoke break while we talk about this music, because Drake is systematically trying to take it from us, man. And if you're a fan of his, you need to really ask yourself, what's wrong with you? I mean that. I'll get at y'all, man.